Okay. Okay. I'm gonna record my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I actually streamed it, but I forgot to I forgot to let's just say I literally forgot how to I literally forgot about my yes. Yeah, I literally forgot to enable the VOD setting, so there's no I can't upload it to YouTube. So okay, so you know what? In compensation, I'll record my reactions on my thoughts on it, and yeah, it's still live.
Hello, gamers. I April fooled you. It's not starting at 8:50. It's starting at 8:46. Wait.
Story of light and shadow.
Do I need to?
Okay, I'll record my thoughts on Mario. Okay, okay, it's just the Nintendo. I'll just this like sort of like a pre. Oh yeah, let's see the dislike. Oh wow, it's like 1 to 20 now. I think it's because of the $80. I think it's because of the $80 game or something. And the dislike bar. So I'll see what's the dislike bar on this.
Depending on the time of day and weather.
Yeah, this is yeah like so before it's like true about the number of Delta room in like direct. Like oh my god. Okay, I was like oh wow, Mario Kart. If this game costs $80, there has to be some weird ambitious shit on it. Cause the main worry I have is that I didn't buy the book for this. It's just like it's like what is this direct air? 4.8 million. Yeah. 4.8 million. Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi
Yeah,
Kawamoto,
this,
and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch
Other
2.
than Mario Kart,
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
it's kind of less.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch
But I guess you
2.
could say that. Yeah,
What you just saw was Mario Kart World,
launching
launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
I think they're putting like
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change. And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
what's the
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends, and even take photos together at different locations. A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct, so be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button. Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo! That was me. That was you? So quick. Oh, no.
Look at the frame rate of
Wait,
this.
no.
I was like,
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
no.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
oh my god,
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Why is it so like...
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah?
Yeah, follow
That's
me.
just so freaking
Okay.
like-
Ooh.
For an adventure.
That's sad things.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay. So-
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Look at this. Jump on here. All right, let's keep going. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a boat?
Okay, nice.
Okay.
nice.
It does look beautiful. It's so big.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job.
There we go. There we go.
you can also share your game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really?
They can do that?
Can do it?
You guys, I just did it.
I want to do it too.
Oh shoot! Oh! Ooh!
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh no!
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
You
not
can
sure.
chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh wow! I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell! I'm falling! Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby.
This is like the
look,
most
you're a
NPC
star.
dialogue,
so
man.
Cute. So cute.
You can adjust the size of your game screen,
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
Oh my god, the frame rate is so bad, bro.
Above that
At least that kind, at least they're honest about it.
It's just like the
Honestly-
wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
I said one of the
Wall
honestly
ride.
one of the things I say on stream that they should have like
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay.
they should have like you know yeah track plans about mouse mode because like
okay.
the mouse mode only works like
Let's take a picture here.
on
Okay, are you
desktop
ready?
mode.
Smile.
You can't
Oh, yo,
the
that's
mouse
it.
with
I like your
control
pose mix.
with
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller,
handheld.
there's an additional button.
but
With the C button,
I don't know
you
how
can pull
many
up
things
a
that
chat
maybe they don't
menu.
want to like get
really
copyrighted from.
Actually, guys,
They
I
don't-
got a
they don't
call
want to
coming
cop-
right now,
seem like they are
so,
copying the
I'll be
skills
right
there.
back. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Here, you can quickly and
I feel like
easily
they kind of
mute
back
yourself
themselves in the
and more.
corner with them
And there's
copyright
this.
blocking
By connecting this camera to the
the power,
system,
you know.
Hey!
Hey, what's up? Hello.
Yo. Yeah.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm way behind,
There
guys.
you go. I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
That was good.
Hey.
No,
Yeah, that
wait,
look- that
wait.
looks good.
Go
That
left,
looks
go
good.
left.
And then-
Left,
Oh, wait,
left.
maybe
I'll let you
if I
fix
go a
it.
little more this way.
Using Game Chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game Chat.
Yeah, I mean,
What did you think?
for people who don't.
In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2. A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat. However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
It's open access, like when
Additionally,
membership,
Game
like,
Chat
only
supports the
regular-
Nintendo Switch Parental Controls
regular
app,
NSO
and different
or the-
settings
or
can
the
be
$50
adjusted.
one.
For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with GameShare. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With GameShare, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Please take a look.
Okay, I was like... Okay,
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Yeah. I mean, it's 1080p.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per
120
second,
frames.
allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
I was escaped from... I was like, I wasn't here. 120 frames per second.
The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images. The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back. The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally. The left and right sticks are now larger. Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
Comfortable, to be honest. Like,
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop
too
modes.
skinny. A mouse is like built like this.
It has a built-in microphone, so you
built
can
like
voice
this,
chat
my
with
hands can
friends
reach over it.
anytime
But
via
you
Game
compare
Chat.
it to this.
It also uses
not
noise-canceling
very-
technology to filter sounds, so your voice will
very,
come through clearly.
Very good, you know.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound,
Yeah.
as if it were coming from all around you.
Is that like a... We don't really care about this.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand.
Does the stand... Can the
You
stand...
can move it freely, like
stand
this.
function like a... What do you call it? Like a handle? Cause... Yeah.
In addition to the
like,
USB-C port found on the bottom of the system,
like,
there's one on
with a
top as
trackpad,
well.
They could have like recreated the...
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera
They can emulate DSPs much better.
or charging in
That's a big
tabletop
missed
mode.
opportunity. Also, introducing touchscreen controls. That's good. Like,
Nintendo
just
Switch
locking
2
it to the-
comes with
the handheld
256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch,
Oh,
for
good.
storing your game downloads,
That's 56.
save data, and more.
That's 56 gigabytes.
Reading and writing data is also faster.
Yeah.
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
4K
HDR
resolution.
is also supported in TV mode. The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable. On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?"
That's kind of the point, right?
The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing minigames and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2, so please check it out if you're interested.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles. It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible. Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible. Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls. In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Oh yeah.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay, this is like
The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls,
Okay, I was so confused on how the DLC
audio
works here,
recognition,
actually. It's like
more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory,
I thought the camera would be
all
smaller,
of which
not
can be
gonna lie.
accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most coins,
Okay, so this is like
guide an RC car with your voice, go, and compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
What I'm thinking is that maybe like they could like
When you enter a pipe, a mini-game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm,
maybe like
and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station?
They could use the Joy-Con
From
for
mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse
God,
controls,
imagine someone, like, using a middle-
and rumble.
pointing the middle
The biggest
finger
party
while
yet
the
is
camera
getting
on there.
even bigger.
Like-
Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV, launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Honestly, I'd rather they charge more for physical
Please look
and
forward to a new Mario Party experience, where you can see each other's reactions while playing. Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo
The main
Switch 2
reason why I
Edition
buy
games.
physical game is to like save up on storage. So I'll be fine if they charge more for physical game.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics. Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
They could have like did like an Xbox One thing where you can push it. And,
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
Browser or something. Your internet browser or something, or look at your Nintendo app or the game is running. Because like the Xbox, like they did it like how like in the.
We hope these features
Like in
will
the
make your
original
adventures
Xbox One,
even more enjoyable.
They had that. They should have done that for the Switch too, honestly.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
the new Kirby. There might be like a new 3D Kirby game.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in Full HD at 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle. Plus, Pokémon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Not sure why they did that.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
I don't really like the mouse. They put a freaking disability simulator here. Why? Why would I want to play as a freaking disabled person? I mean, it's like Splatoon and ARMS, but instead of like playing with a switch, a switch kick with a kid that can turn into a split, or a guy with extendable arms, you just play with a freaking wheelchair.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
I have long observed the lands between.
And there's Elden Ring. Elden Ring is here. I was
This
like,
world
when I was in the
is in
when I was live streaming, I was like, whoa, they're blasting through so many big game announcement like this. They must have been announcing a lot in this direct. I mean a lot to announce in this direct. That's what I've been saying. But since I didn't turn on that freaking turn on that direct on live stream and videos, I don't have it anymore.
May you take the throne.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
皆さんこんにちは、カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 ファイターズエディションの2バージョンと、さらにゲームと連動するアミーボとアミーボカードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
Amiibo. I'll be buying this.
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine.
There could be like a Mortal Kombat one.
Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels!
Thanks for the warm welcome! This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Is this like, this kind of reminds me of Life Alive or something?
Hey, this is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this, if you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in the wizarding world like never before. And the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure. Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on? Son of a...
For some reason my friend thought this. Who the hell is Nora? Apparently that's SpongeBob. For some reason, I don't even know.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
And I just want to look at the 007 sequel, man. Like,
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
This is like a new 007 game for...
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn.
This is like a...
Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. featuring the brave and default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Oh, this is for Tears of the Kingdom.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
Wait, travel back in time? I didn't notice that in the past.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon, and Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray. Soul Calibur 2. Experience a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization and story mode, Get ready to experience F-Zero
I honestly
GX.
wanted them to put
In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online.
I was expecting them to also put
Enjoy
DS
these
and
classic
man.
games with clearer image quality and
that's why I wanted to
higher
check that so
resolution than the
much.
original releases.
You know?
You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking. More titles will be added in the future. Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack launches the same day as the hardware's release. And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access Game Chat. The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Deltarune chapter. Oh, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Too bad I'm not playing on Switch, I'm playing on PC, yo. Since that's where all my save progress is at, man.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Yeah, it was probably announced.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade. And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
I just hear 2K, I thought it's like that.
4 kids find this old tattered man.
It's Civilization.
Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering the road. Let's slay some
Animal Crossing Minecraft.
Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line, and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail. This time, for home.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll. Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2. Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now reloaded in a new 3D art style. You can expect some fan-favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
こんにちは、スクエアエニックスの浜口です。任天堂スイッチ2でファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください。
And these all the Switch games they showcase. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then Hollow Knight 2 also got released in Australia. Did the breaking of this so whatever I said.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a look.
Oh, I thought it was like 3D Mario. It's like, oh, looks like that looks like a realistic looking Mario right there, man.
I give you my blood. I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
There's like some weird like Dark Souls game or something. Like Dark Souls start with guns. And that moon looking symbol is very familiar. Yeah.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Will flow for one, and one alone.
And he has to do it in pajamas, man. That's so intimidating. I mean, it is a bit like Bloodborne or something. Dark Souls sequel, Dust Bloods, and apparently this is also a Switch 2 exclusive too. Yeah.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game, so please check it out when it's available. That's all from our publishing and development partners. We'd like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation. In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Oh, and I thought this one was like a Smash game. Yeah. I low-key thought it was a Smash game too. Oh my god. Do they still have live streaming here? No. Okay, they have a live. And yeah, they post. That was the part where I thought was Kirby. Yeah, right. Two posters, yeah. Same Smash. Yeah. Kirby's Air Ride 2 by Sakurai.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai. Next is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
Okay, and I thought it was Pikmin too. Like, I actually predicted that it was the mature Donkey Kong before it showed up. Like, this is like Twin Tail, man. Yeah. Honestly, this is like Twin Tail. This is like Twin Tail. Yeah, I was like, well, this reminds me of a Nintendo character. That, yeah, and it's that Twin Tail from ARMS as an ape.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world. More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
Mario Kart.
To recap,
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
I predicted a late May release.
Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch. We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World. For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Deltarune. Okay, it's like they're showing chapter 3 and 4. Whoa, what? Oh, this for Tree House. Okay, yeah. Okay. For this, okay. Okay, let's focus on Mario Kart. And yeah.
Let's go!
Okay.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change. And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world. In the Classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends, and even take photos together at different locations. A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct, so be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Yeah. Okay. Mario Kart 9. Mario Kart World, I mean. That's the one I'm interested the most. Mario Kart. I mean, yeah, like
Mario Kart World is the biggest next step for Mario Kart in the history of the franchise. Nintendo's most popular series is leveling up in a huge way. And today, we are going to take a look at everything we found in that Mario Kart World trailer for the Switch 2 Direct. This is going to be a long one, so I'm not going to waste your time in the intro. There is simply so much to discuss. So I'm going to be pointing everything out and talking about what I think it means from a gameplay perspective for this next entry. First thing I want to say was something that was not in the trailer. Apparently this game is going to be $80 or $90 depending on if you get it physically or digitally. That is insane, but it's worth it for me. I'm going to be playing this game a ton. The way this video is going to work is we're going to go through a bunch of gameplay changes at the start and then jump into different modes. All the new characters, there's so many we've seen. We're going to talk about all of them. All the returning and new items. Yes, we've seen new items, including the icons, by slowing down the item wheel, and all the courses we know of so far. So let's get started with initially just talking about the gameplay. First things first, time of day and weather can change here. Not only do we hear them say this in the trailer,
depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
But also the initial shot of what now can be confirmed to be Mario Kart Circuit, aka the Yoshi Burger track we saw in the initial trailer. This track is now taking place at sunset, which obviously it was not in that initial trailer. This day, night, and weather system is super cool, especially when talking about retro tracks. Here we can see Shy Guy's Bazaar during the daytime, which is something we've never seen before, so I just think that's pretty neat. Next thing is this game is called Mario Kart World because, well, obviously it's one big world. Not only can you free roam around this world, as we'll talk about soon enough, but also in Grand Prix, you drive from course to complete a cup. Because of that, subsequent races while in a Grand Prix start while your character's already driving. I'm just assuming you can't like control or move super fast, and you can obviously still time up for a starting speed boost like in plenty of past entries. Next, in terms of the gameplay, we can see that there are going to be multiple paths in most likely every single course. These will obviously be useful in free roam, but also for Grand Prix as well, as the course can very easily change up its laps by just blocking off different paths. You can also trick to grind on rails, walls, and power rails. The direction you grind changes your trick, and it also looks like tricks will have different animations depending on the costumes, as we see Mario's Hakama costume from Tor doing what seems to be a trick animation specific to that costume. Moving on, we can see that gliders are completely gone, but are replaced by the fact that your cart can just turn into a plane. Purple boosts are also back, and tracks will also likely have track-specific gimmicks, such as this truck that you can get into and then presumably drive around as. Next, let's talk about the different modes. Obviously, there's Grand Prix, which is your standard Mario Kart mode, except now you have to drive from course to course in between races. But next, let's talk about Knockout. Interestingly enough here, the Knockout section of this trailer shows the menu, which looks different from the normal Grand Prix menu. Not only are the cup icons completely different, but it would appear like there's going to be 6 courses in each Knockout Cup. If there's 6 courses per Knockout Cup, that makes me think there's going to be at least 42 different courses, unless they reuse different courses per Knockout Cup, as 7 cups down here with 6 courses each obviously leads to, well, 42 different courses. It looks like Knockout Cups will also be called rallies, which is good to differentiate them from cups which have 4 races, as we can see the Golden Rally and the Ice Rally being selected in the menu. It shows in the top right who makes it, and it also looks like each unique course or location will get just 1 lap, as we can see 6 total laps here down at the bottom, which fits perfectly with 6 courses per Knockout Rally like we saw on the menu. Additionally, I have to point out, we'll talk about this more later on, but 20 coins down here is nuts. They've doubled the max coins from 10 to 20, which I'm super excited about because 10 was just kind of boring if I'm being honest. During the Knockout section of the trailer, you also see a crown, which can be stolen by bumping into someone else. Whether or not the crown will have any gameplay ramifications remains to be seen, but you already know, even if it's purely visual, I am going to be gunning for that crown because, well, bragging rights. Next, let's move on to the next mode shown off, which was free roam. Now, they're calling this mode free roam and not like a story mode, or obviously a single player mode because it's actually multiplayer, which we'll get into in a minute, but for all intents and purposes, this is going to be a story mode. As we can see in the trailer, there are going to be missions and little challenges throughout this massive world that you can access in free roam and complete. We see this in quite literally the first shot with a giant P-switch, which for those unfamiliar is a very common Mario object that when jumped on or driven over in this context will activate some sort of challenge. Here I could see them spawning like certain rings that you have to get far off in the distance before timer runs out, opening up a new path of the track, or just starting some sort of mission like that. In the next shot, we see another P-switch off in what looks to be this mining building. This also confirms that not only coins, but item boxes are available in free roam as well, so the items will definitely be used in certain challenges, like maybe you have to hit a certain amount of things with green shells or whatever. Next for free roam, we get a shot of Toadette riding through the desert, which just shows how massive this scale is. You can vaguely make out some helicopter in the background, which I'm sure houses a mission for you to complete. And once again, showing the true open nature of this mode, you can see Peach just completely ditching the road here with a vast forest area awaiting her. Once again, you can see a P-switch far off to the right here, indicating some sort of mission. But more interestingly, this next shot of Wario driving through the desert not only shows this castle-looking area with, once again, look at that, another P-switch, but some sort of little civilization down here with a bunch of pots, torches, and is that Nabbit? Yeah, Nabbit is a playable racer, which again will show off soon enough once we get to the characters. But whoever this guy is, I would expect them to give you some sort of mission, or maybe they can be used as a shop, because otherwise, why would this be here? The next shot shows Yoshi completely transforming his bike into a boat, passing by a toad in a life raft, and then we get the confirmation that you can play this online. But look at this. It is not limited to 4 players, as we see 5 in this initial shot. How many people can queue up in one lobby remains to be seen. 24 seems like it would be insane in this massive open world, but who knows, it's definitely possible. In a different shot later on in the direct, we also see some sort of quick chat or emote button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. I'm extremely confident that this will be used in this free roam mode when online with friends. We get confirmation of a photo mode as Peach, Daisy, and Rosalina are having their picture taken in some sort of city. We see raw gameplay shots of this free roam mode, including one with a start game option down at the bottom, right next to a mini-map. I'd assume this means that if you group up with people in the free roam mode and you're on an actual course of the game, you could just start a race with them there, which is super sick. You can see the mini-map being live updated, as it even includes the cars going by on the highway. After they bounce off a Shy Guy here, the group continues out to keep exploring. Later on, when they're showing off screen sharing, we can actually watch them go from free roam to starting a race. You can see that whoever's named Nix here is definitely like player 1, or the leader of the lobby, as he can start the game while everyone else has to wait until the rules have been decided. Then the race starts, and we can see everyone's teleported to the starting line of the same race. Okay, we finally covered free roam mode, but now let's move on to the characters. Oh boy. First thing I want to point out is we haven't seen any Koopalings yet. Not saying that's a good or bad thing, just pointing it out. We haven't seen them. However, you know who we have seen though? Goomba, the cow from Moo Moo Meadows. Yes, he's drivable. Hammer Bro, Nabbit, a snowman, Chargin' Chuck, Spike, a penguin, a Monty Mole, a Cataquack, the fishbone enemy, which is like the dry bones but a fish, the sidestepper crab, a sting bee, a parabitty-bud, Wiggler, a Pianta, a Peepa, a dolphin. No clue what this thing is. Please let me know down in the comments below. It kinda looks like one of those lava bubbles, but recolored. However, it also looks like it has an arm pointing out, so I genuinely have no idea. Maybe it's related to this game's story. And you can see a Pokey driving in the key art. Those are all the characters we could find, but there's likely to be so many more. Also, while we're on the topic of characters, holy crap, there are a lot of costumes in this game. We see a ton of them throughout the trailer, so let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see a video going over every single costume in all the footage we got. But we also supposedly saw what makes the costumes itself. In this shot here, we see Mario eating presumably a Yoshi burger and then transforming his costume to one that fits the track. In fact, we then go on to see a bunch of different costumes, including a Farmer Luigi on Moo Moo Meadows, and 4 different Peach costumes that all seem to be related to the track they're on. Peach is wearing a kimono in the Japanese-inspired track, a retro racing suit in what appears to be Airship Fortress, a modern racing suit for what appears to be a modern racing track, and a city outfit for, well, what looks to be a city track. So will you be able to choose costumes beforehand, or are costumes tied to the course you're on? While we can't know for sure, because of course they could always just be picking the appropriate costume for each track just for the trailer so it like looks better, I would assume that the costumes are based on your location in the world, as there seem to be so many costumes that forcing people to pick a costume they want at the start of every race would probably get a bit tiresome.
I think that they're like power-ups, man. I think that they're like power-ups to the costumes.
Alright, next up, let's talk about the items. There is so much to discuss here, it's not even funny. We see items like the blue shell, blooper, mega mushroom, triple red shells, fire flower, shock, ice flower, bananas, boomerang, boo, star, and horn all return, with the super horn in particular having a completely new animation when being used. Additionally, there are some completely brand new items shown here as well. Stuff like the hammer, ice flower, and coin box are all taken from Tor and seem to be pretty much exactly the same functionality-wise as in Tor. However, we also have some new items. There's this golden shell here, which we only see for a couple of frames, and a mystery Kamek magic ball, which seems like it'll spawn Kamek, as you can see Kamek flying above your car in this shot right here. What this will do, I have no idea. Maybe Kamek will fly in front of another racer and then the two of you switch places. Double item boxes are also returning, and items seem to function very similarly to 8 Deluxe in the sense that you can hold 2 of them, but with one key difference. It seems like items are instantly dragged behind you. Why do I say this? Well, we see some weird items being dragged here. Here we see Blue Yoshi dragging a golden mushroom. Before it's used, you can see Luigi dragging a bullet bill. What looks to be Daisy is dragging a mushroom, and Rosalina is even dragging a coin. From a gameplay perspective, well, what does this mean? Obviously, none of those items, like coins, bullet bills, have ever been able to be dragged in Mario Kart before. You could not put those behind your cart. It also makes no sense for an item as ubiquitous as coins to be able to be dragged behind you if it would be used to like block something in a defensive way. Because of that, I think when you have an item, you're going to be incentivized to use it almost immediately because it'll be instantly dragged behind you, meaning anyone who bumps into it can steal it. That is a huge shakeup for Mario Kart, but one that I think is pretty desperately needed. Obviously, it adds a nice risk versus reward element, as if you have a really good item, you might want to wait for the perfect time to use it or use it right away so no one can steal it. It also de-incentivizes item bagging because, again, you want to use your items quicker because they can get stolen. Considering there are going to be so many items moving around at all times with 24 racers, it's just going to be nice to be able to visually see what people in front of you have, even if they're not actively using that item. Last thing about the items, on the game's key art, which was shown at the end of the trailer, we see Donkey Kong with that Yoshi burger, holding it in the same way that like Bowser is holding the red shell, or Rosalina is holding the star, all but confirming that that will also be an item. I mean, we already saw it in the trailer, but good to know it's an actual item. Still not entirely sure what it does. I mean, we know what it does, it changes your costume, but what does that actually do?
I think the costume is definitely a power.
We also see Wario flying up top holding 2 bombs. The double ball bomb was Wario's special item in Mario Kart Tour, so either double ball bombs are returning or character special items are returning, and that's Wario's here as well. Finally, let's move on to the courses. On the menu for Grand Prix, we see 7 cups. It's highly likely that the special cup will be an additional unlockable cup, given that we have not seen this game's Rainbow Road, and also it would be weird to have a Mario Kart game without the special cup. Like 7 is just kind of an odd number. Going through all the courses we've seen, let's start off with the Mushroom Cup, which consists of Mario Bros. Circuit, which once again is the original course we saw in the initial Switch 2 reveal trailer, Crown City, which appears to be a city themed around Peach, Whistle-Top Summit, which looks like that train/mining course we've gotten shots of, and DK Space War, which looks so sick. The Flower Cup features Desert Hills, Shy Guy Bazaar, Wario Stadium, and Airship Fortress. Obviously, this here is a Retro Cup. However, Nintendo is not even clarifying that these are retro courses. Every other Mario Kart game with retro courses will put the console of origin next to the course name, but this game doesn't do that, and for good reason. These are not the courses we've come to know and love. They're very similar, but drastically changed in so many ways that to even refer to them in the same vein as retro courses we've got in the past seems kind of like a misnomer. Like, that is not DS Airship Fortress, that's just a new Airship Fortress. It will likely have a similar layout-ish, but drastically updated to fit the fact that not only does this course now have to be part of a natural open world, but it also has to fit 24 racers, include trickable rails, and so much more. Next, we move on to the Star Cup, and this is where stuff starts to get a little messy, as we see 3 retro courses, being DK Pass, Sky High Sundae, and Wario Shipyard, but also a new Nitro course, simply titled Starview Peak. Given that Starview Peak takes place in an icy area, this could have been a reimagining of Rosalina's Ice World, but I guess it's so different that they just ended up calling it a brand new course anyway. There's no such thing as Retro Cups or Nitro Cups here. They're kind of just mixing everything together based on where they are on the overworld, which I think is pretty sick. Moving on from the Star Cup, we have the Shell Cup, which features Koopa Troopa Beach, Faraway Oasis, a different variant of Crown City, this time taking place at night with completely different art, and Peach Stadium. This is interesting. Crown City is now both in the Mushroom and Shell Cup. However, once again, they look completely different. I'm a little bit confused as to how this will work. If the course itself was going to be completely different, then why not name it like Crown City 2 so it's not super confusing? It shares the same location as the Mushroom Cup's Crown City on the world map, but obviously this one's at night. I would assume it's not just the exact same course and you're taking different routes, but in that case, like, why not name it Crown City 2? We'll have to see what they've been cooking up. We also see the gang racing on and then leaving what appears to be Mario Circuit 3 right here. Another track that we don't actually see as far as I know, but we know is in the game is Toad's Factory because we actually hear it. We hear a brand new remix for Toad's Factory during this part of the trailer. When looking at the world map, I think either this icon or this one could be Toad's Factory. It's kind of hard to tell because, again, they redid the retro track so much here. But that is definitely the Toad's Factory music, so it seems to be confirmed to return, which is really nice because everyone wanted it in the Booster Course Pass and then we never got it, so at least they're giving it to us now. We also see Moo Moo Meadows and some sort of dojo course along with so many others. Looking at the game's map, which can be found on the Mario Kart World website, and also assuming there are 2 hidden course icons right here and here, we can count 29 different courses. Now in normal Mario Kart games, we could extrapolate that and assume that there would be 32 because there's 4 races per cup, yada yada yada. However, this is not a normal Mario Kart game. We already pointed out that there are 2 different instances of Crown City, one in the Mushroom Cup and one in the Shell Cup. So if I had to guess, I would say there are going to be 30 courses in this game because there's no Rainbow Road shown here and there's definitely a Rainbow Road. But besides that, this looks like it's all the courses. Maybe more can unlock, but 30 courses already seems insane when you consider that those aren't just 30 courses you select in a menu, those are 30 courses placed into a massive open world, with each course likely having multiple different variants, once again like we've seen with Crown City. Okay. That is everything we saw in the Mario Kart World trailer, or at least everything we could find. But as I said in the beginning, there is so much to this game and so much to just that trailer, so I'm gonna need you guys to let us know everything we missed down in the comments section below. On top of that, we might get more footage of this game very soon, like within the treehouses coming in the next 2 days, and there's also a whole direct for this game coming in like 2 weeks. I don't know if I've ever been more excited for a game. Mario Kart is my favorite series of all time, and this looks like it's the biggest shakeup. Well, it is. It's the biggest shakeup Mario Kart has ever seen. So make sure to hit that subscribe button because trust me, we have so many more videos coming your way, covering all about Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza too, check out that analysis on screen right now, and everything else Switch 2 related. With that out of the way, I'm Thomas from the Switch Top signing off. Peace.
Okay, I'm just gonna end the video here. This is supposed to be my reaction to it. I mean, yeah. Yeah, so I'm just gonna end the gameplay here and yeah.